Happy October 19th, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Military Monday. I'm your host, Mitch Arnold, and today I want to share an incredible story about one of America's heroes from our greatest generation. As we near our All-American Legacy Jump this Veterans Day in Kansas City, Missouri, where a member of every conflict starting from World War II to present, including some of our first responders from 9/11, will execute a tandem skydive, and our very own founder, Ryan Birdman Parrott, will base jump off of the 200-foot spire in full World War I uniform. I want to highlight one of our heroes from World War II and something that was done just last year to honor this American hero. Victor Leonard Kandle was born in Roy, Washington, graduated from Puyallup High School in 1939, and enlisted in the U.S. Army from Redwood City, California. Kandle was killed in battle on December 24, 1944. In 1945, he was awarded the nation's highest honor, the Medal of Honor, for his actions that occurred on 9 October 1944. His citation reads as follows: "For conspicuous gallantry, intrepidity, at the risk of his own life above and beyond the call of duty. On 9 October 1944, at about noon near La Forge, France, First Lieutenant Kandle, while leading a reconnaissance patrol into enemy territory, engaged in a duel at point-blank range with a German field officer and killed him. Having already taken 5 enemy prisoners that morning, he led a skeleton platoon of 16 men, reinforced with a light machine gun squad, through fog and over precipitous mountain terrain to fall onto the rear of a German quarry stronghold which had checked the advance of an infantry battalion for 2 days. Rushing forward, several yards ahead of his assault elements, First Lieutenant Kandle fought his way into the heart of the enemy strongpoint and, by his boldness and audacity, forced the Germans to surrender. Harassed by machine gun fire from a position which he had bypassed in the dense fog, he moved to within 15 yards of the enemy, killed a German machine gunner with his accurate rifle fire, and led his men in the destruction of another machine gun crew and its rifle security elements. Finally, he led his small force against a fortified house held by 2 German officers and 30 enlisted men. After establishing a base of fire, he rushed forward alone through an open clearing in full view of the enemy, smashed through a barricaded door, and forced all 32 Germans to surrender. His intrepidity and bold leadership resulted in the capture or killing of 3 enemy officers and 54 enlisted men, the destruction of 3 enemy strongpoints, and the seizure of enemy positions which had halted a battalion attack. 70 years ago, Lieutenant Victor Leonard Kandle left Puyallup High School as a 1939 graduate. In May of 2019, family, friends, school district leaders, and legislators gathered at Puyallup High School to dedicate the memorial in his honor. In a sense, Leonard Kandle is finally home, said Veterans of Foreign Wars Post 2224 spokesman Jack Taylor at the dedication ceremony. "You are not forgotten. Welcome home, Leonard." Although the Puyallup community mourned him at the time of his death, there's no lasting marker, monument, or any mention of him anywhere in the city he loved and hoped to return to after the war, Taylor said. The VFW realized that needed to change after reading his name every single year at the annual Memorial Day observance celebration. Kandle's family, including his son Terry and grandson Victor, attended the ceremony. Terry Kandle shared that he had found hundreds of letters from Kandle while cleaning out his mom's basement. The letters showed that Kandle was looking forward to coming home after the war. "It's my father's hope, as it is mine, that Leonard's example will inspire students of Puyallup High School to follow their dreams with such determination that success cannot be denied," said grandson Victor Kandle. The legacy and heroic actions of not only Leonard Kandle, but all those who served our great nation need and deserve to be told, remembered through memorials, and passed on to our future generations. These men and women sacrificed too much for our country and our freedoms to allow our future generations not to understand the evil and tyranny that had to be overcome by those who fought in these wars, so that the world could enjoy the freedoms they have today. We get told of stories that kids don't want to learn about the wars our country has been involved in because it's too graphic or traumatizing. To this, I think a common phrase used over the course of my 20 years in the Marine Corps: suck it up. In a famous quote by Jorge Santana, those who cannot remember the past are condemned to repeat it. It is imperative that we take the time to ensure that we're teaching our young Americans what our nation has been through, our successes and our mistakes, so that they can continue to persevere and succeed for generations to come. No one likes the idea of sending our young men and women to foreign lands to fight a war. The reality is that evil does exist. And in a quote from former Secretary of Defense General James Mattis, there are some assholes in the world that just need to be shot. Now, to put this into context, he was speaking to some 200 Marines at Al-Assad Air Base in Iraq. Mattis encouraged them in his typical fashion to stay sharp and to carry on their mission. The quote first appeared in print in Thomas E. Rick's book, Fiasco, American Military Adventure in Iraq, 2003 to 2005. The first time you blow someone away is not an insignificant event. That said, there are some real assholes in the world that just need to be shot. Mattis elaborated, they're hunters and they're victims. By your discipline, cunning, obedience, and alertness, you will decide if you are a hunter or a victim. It's really a hell of a lot of fun. You're going to have a blast out there. And I feel sorry for every son of a bitch that doesn't get to serve with you. Now, for those who have never served our country, you need to understand the mindset of our warriors. General Mattis is widely admired for his keen intellect and fairness. Mattis has been referred to as the warrior monk. His frankness has endeared him to post-9/11 Marines and veterans, with whom he holds an almost legendary cult status. The point being is that evil does exist. And though our kinder, gentler side of humanity is something that we want to lead with, there is a point in time that brave men and women must step up and defeat evil. This requires a more direct and deliberate approach. If we hope to avoid future conflicts and wars, we must know what to look for in people of power around the world. The better we understand what evil looks like and the actions they take to control and rule people, the earlier we can get involved and the less dramatic measures and force we have to take against them. The fact still remains that our history teaches us how someone like Hitler can come into power and kill millions of people. Without this knowledge and understanding, our youth are bound to find themselves in a similar circumstance in the future. Without their ability to comprehend that humans are capable of such horrific actions, they will become a potential victim to the same type of evil in future leaders around the globe and here at home. We must take time and intentionally honor, teach, and remember all of those who have sacrificed and served our country so that we may continue to stand on the shoulders of those giants and enjoy our way of life. Without them, without the future Victor Kandles of the world, we are setting our country and our children up for failure, leading us down a road that will cost millions of lives to get our freedoms back once we give them away. Victor Leonard Kandle, we salute you, your family, and loved ones for your sacrifice to our country. We applaud all those who recognize the need to honor his memory and his actions with a memorial. Your decision to do so will have a lasting impact for generations to come. Our mission here at Bird's Eye View Project is simple: serve those who serve us. We do this by supporting organizations like Gratitude Initiative and One More Wave, both providing unique services to our active duty military, military veterans, and families alike. Send us your stories of a military hero to info@birdseyeviewproject.org so we can share it with everyone. We want to thank you for joining us today. If you enjoyed this video, please like it and share it on social media, and invite one of your friends to tune in next time. Remember, love on one another, be kind to one another, and always serve those who serve us.